So if you recall in the last video, I talked a little bit about the Neewer G1 action camera. Today, this is gonna be the full review, so don't go nowhere. Check it out. What's up everybody, it's your boy AJ and I'm back yet again with another video. This time we're talking about the Neewer G1 action cam. Bam, there it is. Now, what's so special about this camera? Let's talk about a few of the features, a few of the specs. Now, this camera can be found on Amazon right now at a price of $87.99. That includes the camera, a wrist strap remote, a tripod holder for the camera, and also a whole 50-in-1 accessory kit. So what features does this camera hold? First of all, 12 megapixels in video, 16 megapixel photo. In video, it shoots 4K 30 frames per second, 2.7K 30 frames per second, and 1080p 30 frames per second. It also has a slow-mo mode where you can get either 60 frames per second in 1080p or 720p and 120 frames per second. This camera also boasts Wi-Fi connectivity to connect to your phone to use as a remote. Now, as we mentioned, accessories that come in the box. You have the camera itself, the wrist strap remote, a tripod holder, a USB cable, and an accessory clip and screw. Now, in the 50-in-1 accessory case, first of all, you have the carrying case itself, an underwater grip, a helmet and clamp extension, a backpack clip, a bicycle mount, a mini flexible tripod, a selfie stick and a wrist mount, a suction cup car mount, body strap, a head strap, and some extra clips and screws. So all of this gear is going to help you mount this camera in many different ways, get many different views and perspectives. Now, let's talk about some of the features. I mentioned before that this has wireless connection to your phone via Wi-Fi. You can also use this camera as a webcam via USB cord. Now, some of my thoughts on the camera. The picture is decent quality. It's 12 megapixels, so you can kind of expect it not to be on the level of a GoPro, but it's good for a beginner who's just getting into action cameras. The webcam feature is cool if you're doing live streaming or you have Zoom meetings and what have you. This could be a good replacement for your webcam, as it again shoots in 4K 1080p 2.7K. It gives you different options as far as the resolution goes on your video, and honestly, this may be a better solution than just using the standard webcam that comes built into your computer. Now, as I tested out some of the equipment that came in the 50-in-1 accessory kit, I did notice a couple of things. First of all, with the tripod, if you saw my last video, you saw that it wasn't that sturdy. It's a light tripod and easily can be blown in the wind. So therefore, windy situations, not that great. However, I do like the flexibility of it, so it can wrap around certain things and get unique views. I tested out the wrist mount, and that kind of gives you that first person perspective, say for instance, kind of similar to a video game where you're in like a first person shooter. It gives you that hand perspective. Another thing that this camera came with this accessory kit came with, was a selfie stick. The selfie stick is really good for getting wide angle shots. The selfie stick can also be used for vlogging situations. So that's something to keep in mind also. I have not had a chance to use the underwater grip as I don't go swimming, so can't tell you how that works too well, but it's there if you need it. Also, if you look back in my previous video, the shots that I got while I was driving, that was using the suction cup car mount. Now that's good for, instances like that. Good B-roll where, you want to show you're traveling somewhere, and it's just a good tool to have, on hand to get that perspective of the driver. So now, as far as the Wi-Fi connectivity goes, there's a menu on the camera to bring up the Wi-Fi connection, and from there you have to go through your phone's settings, go to the Wi-Fi connection, and you'll select the appropriate option for the camera itself, and that will connect you to the app directly so you can control your camera remotely. Another thing that I noticed with this camera, low light situations, terrible. It does not show good. That you will get a very dark, grainy video or picture. So I wouldn't recommend this in, say, in nighttime or dark sceneries. It's just not going to work for you. All in all, I do think this is a solid camera, really good for beginners who want to get into the action cam market. At the price that it's at, with all the accessories that it comes with, you cannot beat it. Again, $87.99, found on Amazon.com. I will leave an affiliate link in the description below so you can go directly to it if you'd like to check it out. But other than that, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this thing. Again, check it out. Good solution if you want to get into the action cam realm. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. This camera does come with a waterproof case. That way, this camera can go underwater with you. Say if you're out swimming, or you're at the beach, you surfing and whatnot, this case will allow the camera to go underwater with you. Keep in mind though that with the case on, and I mentioned this in the last video, with the case on, it blocks sound. So not only is it waterproof, but it's soundproof also. So just remember, if you want to vlog with this thing, it has to be outside of this case. Otherwise, you'll get no sound whatsoever. What's up, everybody? Future me here. Check it out. Going back through the video and editing and everything, I forgot to mention a couple of things. So here they are. First things first, editing. Editing this footage can be a bit of a challenge for the simple fact that when you put the footage into your computer, you have to change the codec. So just an example, the video footage coming from this camera comes in MP4 format, but for some reason or another, it doesn't, whatever computer you have does not read it well. Now, I've tried this on both my Mac and my PC, and the same thing happened. So what I had to do was change the codec. I changed it from MP4 to a MOV format, and that seemed to work a lot better. Number two, the second thing I forgot was the fact that in your footage on this camera, the last 10 to 15 seconds or so tends to seize up. You'll get audio, but no video. The video just kind of freeze up. So keep that in mind if you're vlogging or what have you, you're filming with this camera. Always leave a good 10 to 15 seconds before you stop recording your video. And lastly, there is no firmware update for this camera. I reached out, sent the email to Neewer to see if they had a firmware update, and it does not. There's not one available. So don't look for 24 frames per second on this camera. You're not gonna get it. But anyway, that's all I had. we're gonna go ahead and jump back into the video. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a short review, but if you like this video, hit the like button. Go ahead and smash that bad boy. I'd appreciate it. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also lets me know what kind of videos you guys like seeing, and I can bring more of it. Other than that, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.